Hello, and welcome to more sit-down stand-up comedy in someone else's living room. I don't know. So today I want to talk about traffic, specifically Boston traffic. Now, if you're some of the people that have been moving out here during the pandemic, you are getting a seriously false impression of what Boston traffic is like. Apparently, 90% of Boston motorists are non-essential. Let's just put it that way. But don't worry, I am here to tell you that as we get closer and closer to winter, it will get worse. Seriously, the traffic in Boston is like no other. It is very stressful. As you can see, I am starting to go bald, but I used to have more hair than Jason Momoa. It was more of a Napoleon Dynamite style, but it was still pretty rad. Anyway, the road systems here are just really messed up. I mean, it's almost as if the city planner mixed up his presentation with his preschooler's art project. He probably showed up at the meeting where he was supposed to present everything, opens his briefcase, notices his son's project, thinking, what do I do now? Should I try and reschedule? But then he has one of those shoulder angel moments where he's just trying to figure out what the right thing to do is. And unfortunately, this shoulder angel was from Boston. So he's like, dude, just go with it. You know, we'll just put a Dunkin' Donuts in every corner and call it good. So the city planner, we'll call him Peterson, decides to just go ahead and start the presentation and see what the boss says. Well, the meeting starts. The boss takes a look at these visuals that Peterson is presenting, and he was a bit bemused by it, thinking, that's not what we expected. Now, probably the best thing to do at that moment would have been to ask Peterson to reschedule or fire him. That would have been so much better than the final product. Unfortunately, the boss is Satan or a Yankees fan, but I repeat myself. So he lets Peterson go on with the presentation, and throughout the presentation, the boss asks a few questions here and there. So Peterson, I notice you have some squiggly, curvy, non-straight lines going all the way around the perimeter of Boston. Peterson says, well, yeah, those are two separate freeways. We got I-95, that's mostly on the north, and I-93, which is over here on the east. As you'll notice, they intersect each other twice, 2 hours apart, just in case motorists change their mind halfway through their commute. And of course, the traffic is going to be ridiculous there because those freeways are the quickest way to everywhere. Everywhere important. So the boss is like, okay, proceed. I notice you have this really tiny, really narrow line going through Malden. Yeah, is that the only road that goes through Malden? Well, yes. I mean, it's Route 60, though, and don't worry, nobody goes to Malden. Spoiler alert, everyone goes through Malden. So then the boss proceeds, and he looks over on the eastern part of Boston and says, oh, I see you have about 9 or 10 roads going into Somerville. That's good. Says, yeah, there are 10 roads going through, but 9 of them are one-ways. I mean, everybody loves Somerville. Once they go there, they never want to leave. So why let them? So the presentation continues, and as it reaches an end, the boss is like, well, this has been very interesting, Peterson. One quick observation. I noticed in the downtown Boston area, you don't have a lot of parking spots. Well, you should know that we have sold 25,000 parking permits for that area. And Peterson says, okay, well, I'll take that under advisement. Only Peterson didn't take it under advisement, And that is why Back Bay currently has 25,000 parking permits and exactly 7 parking spots. Now, what about Junior's art project? As we know, he has the real city plans. Well, his teacher was so impressed with his project that the teacher reported this to the government, and the government put Junior in charge of the Big Dig, which explains why the Big Dig took so long. I mean, it's kind of hard to get things done when your boss has an 8 o'clock bedtime. So thanks for laughing, and stay well, stay safe. I don't know how to end this, so yeah, later.